Good day to all of you children. Today we will take up some more numericals based on dimensional analysis. And before going on to those sums, you have to understand certain conditions. See children, in physics, if we write an expression like, first point I am telling you, supposing x is equal to a plus b. So a and b are two physical quantities. I add them and I get x. So please remember, if I add two quantities, then their dimensions should be same, only then they can be added, otherwise they cannot be added. I cannot add apples with oranges, I cannot add horses with donkeys, only horses can be added to horses, apples can be added to apples, bananas can be added to bananas, things are like this. So please understand, when we are adding two physical quantities, their dimensions should be same. And whatever are the dimensions of a and b, those same will be the dimensions of x. So if I have got an equation like x equal to a plus b or a minus b, if I am adding or subtracting a and b, then their dimensions need to be same. So this implies, I will write like this: dimensional formula of x will be dimensional formula of a, will be dimensional formula for b. Please understand like this. This is the first thing. If x is a plus minus b, then all the three quantities will have same dimensions. Naturally, 2 meter plus 3 meter will be 5 meter. 15 seconds minus 5 seconds will be 10 seconds. Everywhere second, second and second. Like this you are getting. So meter, meter and meter, and kilogram, kilogram and kilogram. 10 kg plus 5 kg will be 15 kg. So this is in kilogram, this is in kilogram, this also is in kilogram, the result. That way we think. I cannot have 2 meter plus 3 second. What will be the answer of 2 meter plus 3 second? I don't get anything meaningful out of that. So that means we can't add two quantities which are having different dimensions or different units. We can't add. So we understand that if x is equal to a plus b, then dimensions of x and dimensions of a and dimensions of b are same. Then second point children is that involving trigonometric expressions. If sine theta is there with me, or cos theta is there with me, or tan theta is there, or cot theta, sec theta, whatever, these all are pure numbers. These are pure numbers, they don't have any dimensions. M0, L0, T0, please understand. So sine 30 is half, you have studied in class 10. Half what? Half meter, half kilogram what? It was only a pure number. So trigonometric functions are having only, they are only pure numbers, they don't have any dimensions attached to them. About units, please remember children, in the expressions like sine theta, cos theta or tan theta, etc., this theta, this theta, this theta, they will have unit radian. Unit will be radian. Unit will be radian. But dimensional formula for theta will be M0, L0, T0. And I would like to tell you one thing over here children. If a physical quantity involves angle, if a physical quantity has a formula wherever angle is involved, like length of arc is equal to r theta, so here you become alert. Here units will not match, but dimensions will match. So anywhere if you find there is angle involved in the equation, in any equation, either plane angle or solid angle is involved, then there will be difference in units, but there won't be difference in dimensions. But if angle is not there in the equation, if you come across an equation where angle is not involved, then dimensions and units both will be same. So if angle is involved, we will become alert. Then maybe units are not matching, but dimensions will still match. And if there is an equation which does not involve angle, then units as well as dimensions both will match. So either you can say dimensions are same or you can say units are same, provided angle is not included anywhere. Please remember that much. So if angle is not contained in your equation, then either you can equalize dimensions or you can equalize units. it will be one and the same thing, you will get the correct answer always. But if angle is involved, then you will have to compare dimensions. Then dimensions will be equal, units won't be equal. So in case of sin theta, cos theta, tan theta, this full tan theta will be a pure number, but theta will have unit radian. Cos theta will be a pure number, but theta will have unit radian, like this will do. Then about log x, ln x, you know, this full thing will be a pure number. Pn means pure number. I am not writing in full. Pn means pure number. It will have no units, no dimensions. So log x will be a pure number and x also will be a pure number. Please remember, it cannot have any units. It cannot have any dimensions. The log will exist only for a pure number. Log 2, log 3, log 4, something like this. So in expression of log x itself is a pure number and x also is a pure number. Then sometimes you have got powers like k is equal to half mv square. Kinetic energy is having some power. The speed is having power 2. So sometimes physical quantities may have some powers also. So if I have an expression like a raised to x, so this may have units just like v square, you can see. V is the base it is speed, it is having dimensions, it has got units. So a can have units or dimensions, but x cannot have. Power will be a pure number. In a raised to x, x will be a pure number and a might have dimensions or units. So base can be a physical quantity having units and dimensions, but the power has to be a pure number. That can be no quantity, physical quantity in the power. That has to be a pure number. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rules I have told you. In future, if I am reminded of any other rule, I will tell you that also. And you know that as far as plus and minus are concerned, I told you that dimensions should be same, then only plus and minus can be carried out. But what about multiplication? See, force is mass into acceleration. We are multiplying this and this. They have got different units. Mass is having kilogram, acceleration is having meter per second square. Still, we are multiplying them. So multiplication of different physical quantities is possible, even though they may not have same dimensions or same units, but we can multiply them. So multiplication is possible. Even power is work upon time, or volt is work upon charge. So you can see division is possible even if two physical quantities have got different units or different dimensions. So division is possible even if units are not same. That is okay. Multiplication also is possible, but addition and subtraction are not possible. Please remember these things. And this thing that I told you, x is equal to a plus minus b, means x, a and b will have same dimensions. This is called, I will write over here, principle of homogeneity. Homo means same. Genesis, geneity comes from Genesis. Genesis means origin. So same origin. So here same origin means same units or same dimensions will be there. So by the principle of homogeneity, only such physical quantities can be added or subtracted which are having same dimensions, which have got same origin means from there where they have started. That means in physics it means they should have same dimensions. If they don't have same dimensions, we cannot add them. That is called principle of homogeneity. So please children, copy these points. Then I started sums. I'll give you a pause. You can pause the video and you can copy the points. On basis of that, we will do those numericals one by one. Okay. See children, the first one is y equal to at square minus bt cube. So y is equal to at square minus bt cube. Now see children, angle is not involved over here. Can you see theta or omega anywhere? No. That means dimensions or units, I can say they are same. dimensions of this and this will be same, or units will be same because angle is not there. I told you, if angle is not involved, the dimensions will be same and units also will be same. So I will prefer to go by units because that is easier to write, because in dimensions again you have to take care of powers, all those things. Anyway, so these three things have got same units because this minus this will give me this. By principle of homogeneity, these three should have same units. That is very clear to me. Now it is given to me that y is displacement. So y is displacement, that means this should be meter, this should be meter, and this should be meter. All should be in meters. So that means AT square should have unit meter. That means A into T is time given to me. Second square should be meter. Take second square over there. So unit of A should be meter upon second square. So I get the unit of A. Cross multiplication. I come to know BT. Forget about minus. BT cube as unit meter. So B into second cube will have unit meter. So B will have unit meter upon second cube. So what are dimensions of A and B? Dimensions of A will be meter, means there is no kilogram, L1 T minus 2. This will be how much, children? There is no kilogram, so M raised to 0, L raised to 1, T raised to minus 3. These are dimensions of A and B. Like this, we will first find the units and the dimensions. Come to the next one. It is told to me that mu is equal to A plus B upon lambda square. And it is told to me that mu is refractive index. Now refractive index, Ri means refractive index. You have children learnt in class 10. Refractive index of water is 4 upon 3. For glass it is 1.5. Any unit was there? No. Because N was C upon V, speed of light in vacuum upon speed of light in medium. If you can remember, N was given by this formula, C upon V. Speed of light in vacuum, speed of light in the medium. So this is speed meter per second. This is also speed meter per second. Cancels out units. So refractive index is a pure number. It does not have any units. So N equal to C upon V. This has got no units. So mu is a pure number. So mu is equal to A plus B upon lambda square. This is a pure number. So this also is a pure number. This also is a pure number. So what are the dimensions of mu? Because it is a pure number. M0, L0, T0. What are dimensions of A? M0, L0, T0. Pure number. B upon lambda square is a pure number. So what you do, you write as 1, children, to understand what should be the unit of B. Whenever it is a pure number, you put it as 1. So B upon lambda square is 1, a pure number. You can put it as 2, 3, 4, 5, anything, but it will still remain a pure number only. So B upon lambda, this will become B equal to lambda square. Lambda square comes over here. That means unit of B will be unit of lambda square. Lambda is what? Wavelength. See children, this we are doing only for understanding purpose. In JEE exam, because method is not important. You have to just reach to the correct answer. So I am just telling you, whenever any physical quantity is a pure number, just write this is equal to 1. Means it has got dimensional formula M0, L0, T0. So it becomes 1. Think like this. So B will be lambda square. Matlab unit of lambda square is unit of B. Lambda is what? Wavelength. Wavelength means length, means meter. So unit of B becomes, unit of B is meter square. So B dimensional formula becomes M0, L2, T0. Like this we get. So whenever any quantity is a pure number, what you will do, children? You will put it as 1. And then get the units of other remaining quantities like B I got. Okay. Then C. Now children, try to think, even if you would have thought B upon lambda square is a pure number, so maybe it is X a pure number. So what would have been B? X lambda square. Now this is a pure number, this does not have any units. The unit of B would have been unit of lambda square. You can think like this also. It will remain still the same. Right? Anyway, look at the third one. D is equal to AT plus BT square plus X upon Y. D and X are distances. So this is meter, this is meter, this is also meter, and this is also meter. All the quantities are having unit meter by principle of homogeneity. So displacement is meter, so formula for D will be length, so m0 L1 T0. If I talk of AT, so AT has got unit meter. So A into second, time is second, that is meter. So A has got unit meter upon second. So what is dimensional formula for A? m0 L1 T minus 1. Come to this. BT square has unit meter. So B into second square is unit meter. So B has got unit meter per second square. It comes down over here. Cross multiplication. So dimensional formula for B will be m0 L1 T minus 2. Then x upon y has got unit meter, in which x itself is meter. So meter upon y will be meter. Y goes here, meter comes down. So meter upon meter is y. Cancels out. So y is a pure number then. No unit. So y becomes a pure number. So what is the dimensional formula for y? m0 L0 T0. Like this you think. Please pause and copy, children. Two more we are having, children. V is AT plus B upon T plus C, where V is speed, T is time. So what are the units of remaining ABC and what are the dimensions? Children, I can observe that in any of the equations that I am writing, there is no angle involved. So till the time angle is not involved, we can think the dimensions are same and units also are same. So we can work by units being equalized or dimensions being equalized, any one will work. So I am having V equal to AT plus B upon T plus C. It is told to me that V is speed. That means this should have unit meter per second. This should have unit meter per second. And this should have unit meter per second. Fine. So AT should have unit meter per second. Now time in second. So A into second should be meter per second. So A should be meter upon second square. This has comes over here. So what is the dimensions of A? m0 L1 T minus 2. Come to this part. B upon T plus C. B upon T plus C has unit meter per second. Children, we know this is second. Time. In time, we can add only time. That we already know. So C has to be time, otherwise it cannot be added to T. So from this expression I make out T plus C tells me that C has unit second. Therefore dimensions of C are m0 L0 T1. है ना, क्योंकि C को हम किस में ऐड कर रहे हैं? टाइम में. तो टाइम में तो कहीं टाइम ही ऐड होगा बाय प्रिंसिपल ऑफ होमोजेनिटी. तो C टाइम होना चाहिए. तो C के पास डायमेंशन किसके होंगे? टाइम के, सेकंड के, m0 L0 T1. अब अगर मैं टाइम और टाइम को ऐड करूंगा तो मुझे क्या मिलेगा? टाइम ही मिलेगा भाई बाय प्रिंसिपल ऑफ होमोजेनिटी. इन दोनों को ऐड कर दिया. 2 सेकंड प्लस 3 सेकंड 5 सेकंड्स. अगेन नीचे यूनिट तो सेकंड का ही हो गया. तो B upon T plus C is meter per second. Right, arrow right there. So B upon second, because this is having unit second, that becomes meter per second. So B has got unit meter. So what are dimensions of B? That will be m0 L1 T0. Like this here. So we got B, we got C, and we got A. So we got all the things. We got A, then we got B, and we got C. तो थोड़ा हमको ट्रिक से चलना पड़ेगा. ठीक है, सोच के by logic we have to proceed and do the things. Let us look at V equal to root of AT plus C upon D plus T. It is told to me again that V is speed and T is time. So that means this should be meter per second. This should be meter upon second. This should be meter upon second, and this should be meter upon second. Very clear by the principle of homogeneity. So root AT हैज गॉट यूनिट ऑफ मीटर अपॉन सेकंड। स्क्वायर कर दो तो 80 हो गया मीटर स्क्वायर अपॉन सेकंड स्क्वायर। t is time that is given to me, तो this is second। तो इस सेकंड को नीचे लेकर आएंगे तो कितना हो जाएगा, a के पास क्या यूनिट हो जाएगा, मीटर स्क्वायर अपॉन सेकंड क्यूब। कैन यू थिंक डायरेक्टली, दिस इज सेकंड, क्रॉस मल्टीप्लिकेशन इट विल कम ओवर हियर, तो a upon second cube। therefore dimensional formula for a becomes m0 L2 t minus 3। come to the next one, bg has got unit meter upon second, t second, it goes over here, so b has got units, I don't write equal arrow, b has got units of meter per second square। so what are dimensions of b, they become m0 L1 t minus 2। then come to c upon d plus t has got unit meter upon second, and d plus t, that means d should be time, so d plus t tells me that d should be second, या d should have unit of second, therefore dimensions of d become m0 L0 t1। so this is time plus time, that is time मतलब second, तो c upon second will have unit meter upon second, second can cancel, so c has got unit meter, so dimensions of c are m0 L1 t0, like this we think। please pause and copy children। so now students, we are having p plus a upon b square into v minus b equal to mu r t। this type of equation you will see in kinetic theory of gases when we proceed in part 2 of physics, in when we start thermodynamics। p is the pressure given to us, v is the volume, mu is number of moles, I think you must have studied about number of moles of a gas, and t is the temperature। we want the units of a, b and r। so children, if you look at the equation, it is not so difficult as it appears to be। if you use logic, you can very easily reach to the answer। v minus b is mu r t। now children, if I look at this, I know v is volume, so I know from volume only volume can be subtracted because of principle of homogeneity। so volume minus volume only can happen, we cannot subtract area from volume, we cannot subtract force from volume। so if this is volume, this must be volume। so v minus b expression, the term v minus b tells me b is, or b has got units of volume, implies b has got units meter cube, that is one। now this is pressure and plus something, so we can add pressure to pressure, so this must be pressure a upon v square, because a upon v square is being added to pressure, so this term must be pressure। pressure plus pressure only can happen, pressure plus length cannot happen, pressure plus time cannot happen। so if this is pressure and being added to something, so a upon v square must be pressure। so that means p plus a upon v square tells me a upon v square has units of pressure, and what are units of pressure, I write like this, units of pressure, and I do my working column over here। pressure will be force upon area, force will be mass into acceleration upon area, mass means kg meter per second square, acceleration, area means 1 upon meter square, kg upon meter square, these are units of pressure। so that means a upon v square has got units how much, kg upon meter second square। v is volume, volume has got unit meter cube, so this implies a upon meter cube square has got units kg upon meter second square। this is meter 6 goes over here, that implies a has got units kg meter 6 upon meter second square। 1 meter gone, that means a has got unit kg meter phi upon second square, like this we think. ठीक है, 1 meter gone तो meter phi upon, so these are units of A, these are units of B. I am getting one by one all the units, right? So A and B is gone. Now what are? See children, when I add two pressures, resultant will be pressure only. So I write P over here. Now don't get confused. Why did A upon B square disappear? What I am saying is, children, when I add pressure to pressure, what I will get? Pressure only. So I am writing pressure over here. Volume minus volume will be what? Volume only. So I write volume over here. So PV becomes mu RT. I want the unit of R. So R will be PV upon mu T. Now I want unit of R. Unit of R will be unit of pressure, that is kg upon meter second square. Volume means meter cube. Mu is number of moles, mol. This is the symbol for mole. And temperature means Kelvin. So this unit is kg. See, 1 meter gone, meter square upon second square, mole and Kelvin. This is the unit of R. So we get all the units. Unit of A, B and R we got like this. Please pause and copy, children, so that I am about and do the next one for you. Please pause and copy. Okay. Now see, the next one is there. P equal to half A V square. P is equal to half A V square plus rho BH. Sorry. And it is told to me that P is pressure, V is speed, rho is density, H is height. We want to know what are units of A and B. This is pressure, so these two should be pressure only. Pressure plus pressure will give me pressure. So first let me get the units of pressure. I had found out what I rubbed out, that is okay. Pressure is force upon area, mass into acceleration upon area, kg meter upon second square, 1 upon meter square. That will be kg upon meter second square. So that means this and this should have units how much? Kg meter per second square. So this has got units kg meter per second square. This also should have unit kg meter per second square. Like this you can write. So therefore half A V square has got unit kg meter per second square. Half is a constant, no units, forget about it. V, it is given to me speed, C. V speed, the units are meter per second. So this becomes A into meter square upon second square has got unit kg meter upon second square. Cross multiply, A has got units kg meter upon second square upon meter square. So A has got unit kg upon meter, second square upon per meter. These are the units of A, kg per meter. Okay? Then talking about B, rho BH has got unit kg meter upon second square. Rho is density. Density means mass upon volume, kg upon meter cube. So this is kg upon meter cube. B, H is height over there. Height means meter. This has got unit kg meter per second square. Take all the terms to that side. So B has got unit kg meter upon second square. Meter cube comes over here. Kg and meter comes over here. So B has got unit kg cancel out. Then this one meter also cancel out. It remains meter cube upon second square. Like this we get. Please pause and copy, children. देखो children, equation given to me is y equal to a sin omega. We don't say w, we say omega. It is a Greek alphabet. And it is the last Greek alphabet you should be knowing. So a sin omega t minus kx, that is the equation. Y and x represent distance, means their units will be meter. T represents time, matlab unit will be seconds for T. What are the units of A, omega and K that we want? Children, please understand, we are having y equal to A sine omega t minus kx. It was told to you that sine theta is a pure number. So this much part will have no units. That means whatever are units of y, that will be units of A. So this means units of y is equal to units of A, because this is a pure number. It is told to me that y is distance, so y has got unit meter. That means A has got unit meter. So we come to the conclusion of A. Then if you look at an expression sine omega t minus kx, it's told to you that angle will have unit radian. So this has got unit radian. So what I write is omega t minus kx is radian. So radian minus radian will give us radian. So this also should be radian and this also should be radian. Radian minus radian will be radian. Please understand. Okay, that means omega t has unit radian and kx also has got unit radian. T is given to me as second. See, t is time, so t is second. So omega into s is radian and x is distance, so this will be meter. So k into meter is radian. So omega is unit radian per second and k will have unit radian per meter. If you are asked about the dimensions, the dimensions of A will be only that of meter, so that is m0, L1, T0. Dimensions of omega, radian has got no dimensions. Second, so it will be m0, L0, T minus 1. About k, radian has got no dimensions, only upon meter. So m0, L minus 1, T0. Like this here. Then let us look at next one. Y is given to me as e raised to at minus bx. Now children, I have told you power cannot have unit. The power cannot have unit, but this should be a pure number. So at minus bx is a pure number. At minus bx. Power has to be pure. Therefore, pure number minus pure number will be a pure number. If this has got unit and this is a pure number, so we cannot subtract unit from a pure number. That is not possible by principle of homogeneity. So if the result is a pure number, then this and this should be pure numbers. So that means at will be k1 some pure number and bx will be k2 some pure number. So a into second will be some number and b into meter, because it is given t is time, x is distance. So t will be second meter. That will be some pure number. So a will be k1 upon s and b will be k2 upon n. So pure number upon second, so unit of a will be 1 upon second, unit of b will be 1 upon meter. So what is dimensions of a? m0, L0, t minus 1. What are dimensions of b? m0, L minus 1, t0. 1 upon meter, 1 upon length, L minus 1. E is a pure number and power is always a pure number. So pure number is to pure number. It will be a pure number having no units. Therefore, y is equal to a number without units. So y is a pure number and therefore dimensions of y will be m0, L0, t0. ठीक है? Please pause and copy children. Two sums I have done more for you. See children, we are having W equal to mu. Mu is a symbol for number of moles always. So we write like this. It is a Greek alphabet, mu. Anyway, so W is mu RT log V upon A. Ln means natural log. I have told you in bridge course. W represents walk, mu represents moles, R is some constant about which we want to investigate. T is temperature, मतलब Kelvin. Log V upon A, that V is volume, and A we don't know. We want to investigate the units of A and R. So children, please understand. W is equal to mu R T log V upon A. You know that when there is a term like log x, this x will be a pure number. Okay, I told you already. So that means V upon A is a pure number. So V upon A is something pure number, say K. So V is volume, so meter cube upon A is a pure number. So take A over here and K over here. So A becomes meter cube upon some constant. So what are dimensions of A? Meter cube. So unit of A is that of meter cube, and dimensional formula for A will be m0 L3 T0. Meter cube, length cube. Kilogram is not there, second is not there. So we got about A. Then see children, W is given to me as mu RT log V upon A. You already know that log also is a pure number, I have told you. Log x will be also a pure number. So this much portion has got no units. So let us forget about it because it is a constant. Because we are only concerned about the units. Now I want units of R. So I will write W equal to mu RT, forgetting about this because it is a pure number, not contributing to units. So R becomes W upon mu T. So unit of R will be work. Work is force into displacement. Force means mass, acceleration, displacement. So kilogram meter per second into meter. So that means work becomes kg meter square upon second square. M means mole and temperature means Kelvin. So R has got unit kg meter square upon second square, mole and Kelvin. This is the unit of R. Please pause and copy children. See children, we are having A is equal to A0. A0 is some quantity. E raised to minus Bt upon M. Now you already know children that E is a pure number even if we don't mention. So please remember E is a pure number. It is a very special constant. Its value is approximately 2.72. It is an irrational number and very useful constant. Once you come to limits, math students, you will realize the importance of this number E. Anyway, so E is a pure number, we know that. It is given to me that A represents distance, M represents mass, and T represents time. So we are asked what is A0 and B. What are the units? Children, if I write this equation, so this A becomes equal to A0 E minus Bt by M, something like this. Now children, this is a pure number and power always is a pure number. So pure number raised to pure number, constant raised to constant, this will be a constant number, total thing. That means there are no units, it will not contribute to units, and therefore A and A0 will have same units. A is distance, it is told to me, you can see over there, A is distance. So that means A0 also is distance. That means units of A0 will be meter. So E raised to minus Bt by M is a pure number. That implies A and A0 have same units. That implies A0 has units of meter, and that implies dimensional formula for A0 will be M0 L1 T0, meter length. Let us come over here children. Power is a pure number, you know that. Minus has got no significance because it's again a constant. So I know that Bt I write over here. See, Bt upon M is a constant number. Pure constant. Minus or plus, that is okay, constant only. It is told to me that M is mass and T is time. That means that implies B into second time Mass means kilogram is a constant. That means B will be some constant into kilogram upon second. So that implies unit of B is kilogram per second, and dimensional formula for B will become M1 L0 T minus 1. There are no meters, second नीचे तो T minus 1 mass like this. So we get dimensional formula for A0 and we get dimensional formula for B like this. Come to the next one, children. F is 1 upon 2L root of T by mu. So first remove the square root sign, square. F square becomes 1 upon 4L square T upon mu. I am in need of units of mu to make mu the subject of formula. So mu becomes T upon 4L square F square. F square comes here, mu comes over here. Now let us put the units, children. That means unit of mu. Tension means a force. It's written over there. T means force. Force is mass into acceleration. So mass, acceleration. 4 is a pure number. Forget about length square. So meter square. F frequency is 1 upon second. 1 upon time period. So 1 upon second square. The second square cancels out. 1 meter gets cancelled out. So this becomes kg per meter. So unit of mu is kg per meter, and what is the dimensional formula? M1 L minus 1 T0. Like this we get. Please pause and copy, children. See, children, example is there. P equal to alpha upon beta. Exponent, EXP means exponent. Exponent means something raised to. Minus alpha z upon k theta. Now it is told to me that z is distance, theta is temperature, but it will have unit Kelvin. Unit of k, this k what is given, its unit is directly given to us, kg meter square upon second square Kelvin. P is told to me as pressure. They are asking us what are units of alpha and beta. They are telling us exponent of A means e raised to A. We have to think like this. So exponent A, it is not expression. Exponent A means e raised to A, where what is e? A pure number 2.72, a very useful constant to us. I told you in the previous example. It is e over here. So exponent A means e raised to A. That is the point. So children, if you understand nicely, this has been asked in IIT. So alpha beta exponent of minus alpha z upon k theta. So this is alpha upon beta. Okay, e raised to minus alpha z upon k theta. I can write like this. Exponent of this means e raised to something. So this is power of e. That is the meaning. See, exponent A means what? A becomes power of e. So therefore, exponent this means this will become power of e, to e raised to this much. Now children, already you know power is a pure number. That means alpha z upon k theta should be a pure number, say k dash. I am not writing k because k is already over here. So some constant k dash, it will have no units, please understand. Z I know is distance, k units are given, theta units are given. So this implies alpha will be k dash k theta upon z. So that implies alpha is units, k dash has no unit. K has got units. They told me kg meter square upon second square Kelvin. Yes, second square Kelvin. Theta means Kelvin and z means meter, distance. This Kelvin gets cut, 1 meter gone. So implies unit of alpha is equal to, this k dash is gone. This has got no unit. 1 meter gone, so this is kg meter upon second square. These are units of alpha. 1 meter gone, kg remains, meter remains, and second square. Kelvin, Kelvin cut, this is constant, no units. The unit of alpha is this much. Now children, please understand, pressure is alpha upon beta e raised to minus alpha z upon k theta. This is a pure number and this is a pure number. Pure number raised to pure number will be a pure number, some constant. It will have no units. So that means this much part is having no units. The base and exponent both are pure numbers, that you already know. That means unit of P will be unit of alpha upon beta. That is very clear. So that means unit of alpha upon beta will be unit of P pressure. P is pressure. Pressure means force upon area. Force means mass acceleration upon area. So kg meter per second square, 1 upon meter square, that is kg upon meter second square. Fine. So this unit of alpha upon beta is unit of pressure. Pressure means how much? Kg upon meter second square. And unit of alpha I know. If I want beta, the beta goes over here and this comes over here. Therefore, unit of beta will be unit of alpha into beta goes here, this comes here. The unit of alpha into this thing. This will be meter second square upon kg. So what is unit of alpha? Kg meter upon second square. Kg meter upon second square, and this is meter second square upon kg. So kg cut, second square cut, that becomes meter square. So what is unit of beta? Meter square. What is unit of alpha? We got over here. This we got unit of alpha and unit of beta. And then we can get their dimensional formula. Okay children, very easy. Like this you have to think. Please pause and copy.